Some things I need to ask you. If you had a recent injury on the lower leg mostly, since that's what we're doing, but any recent injury, I would check with your doctor first before trying this. If you have any pre-existing conditions, diabetes being one of them, this increases the circulation specifically to the area we're compressing. So if right now you're like, I wonder if it's okay to do if I have blank, ask your doctor first. We are going to roll vastus lateralis. If you put your hand on the front of your thigh and on the side, I've made a space in between. That's the quad muscle we're gonna roll right now. That is the troublemaker of the quad muscles. It bothers your knee the most. It bothers your hip the most. So if you only have time to roll one part of the quad, we're gonna do the top half from the hip bone to halfway down. This involves a bit of a plank. I apologize. So there's no right or wrong way to set up for this. You just want to aim for that section we talked about. I'm going to start up at the hip bone. So I'm getting into somewhat of a side plank, somewhat of a regular plank. The roller's up at my hip bone. I'm going to go halfway down and back. Now you see my legs are out straight right now. I could also put one up like this, if that's more comfortable. And I could also adjust to put that knee down, preferably on the mat, if that's more comfortable. You choose. Get started, rolling slowly down and up. So, if this is your first time trying it, you're thinking, well, that's not pleasant. As long as you can breathe through it, you'll find there's benefits from this immediately following. You'll feel that you have a bigger range of motion in that muscle, in your leg. Your squat will feel more fluid. Right away, you'll notice a difference. If you have to hold your breath, take a break. If tears are coming to your eyes, take a break. All right, we're gonna move to that second half. Just above the knee, halfway up the thigh, in that same section. Set yourself up as comfortable as possible. And we're rolling. Nice and slow. This part is usually the more tender of the two. We're breathing. We're having a good time. Let it go. So, wherever you found the most painful, you're gonna rest on top of it. Trust me. So find that spot, rest on it, leaning on that other knee a bit. We're going to kick your butt and extend the leg out to straight. Slow. Kick your butt with the leg that's rested on the roller. Then straighten it out long. So we're pinning that muscle down and we're actively moving it through its range of motion. So that's one of two options with the roller. We can roll across the muscle, up and down, or just pinpoint that spot that's sore and slowly move it through its range of motion. And let it go. We're gonna do the same on the other leg. So, finding vastus lateralis, my hands on the front of my thigh and on the side. That space in between, that's where we're working from the hip bone to halfway down. Setting up. As comfortable as possible. And we're rolling halfway down and back up. So most of the time you'll find people are rolling their IT band if you see someone in the gym doing this. You could do that, but it's a lot of pain when really you're just affecting change on vastus lateralis. So you're going through that really tight IT band, inflicting extra pain on yourself just to change this muscle we're working on right here. Because once we loosen this up, the IT band will relax and give you some slack. Just a thought. I'm breathing, I'm going slow, taking a break if you need it. And let's go to the bottom half, just above the knee, halfway up the leg. Nice deep breaths. If you do yoga, now's your moment to shine. Those dragon breaths that everybody hears. And take a second. All right, we're gonna find the most tender spot along that muscle. Rest on it, kick your butt, extend. Setting up, resting a little bit on the other leg so you don't fall over. Slowly kicking your butt and extending. One leg is usually worse than the other. One more time. And let it go. We're gonna move on to the inner thigh. And it's as though we didn't have much time. You only did that lateral quad muscle. It's going to be effective, even though we didn't do the center and the inside. You're gonna get a little bit of that medial quad while we do the inner thigh anyway. So here's the setup. You're gonna pretend that foam roller is a pillow under your leg. Say you sleep on your stomach. You're gonna put your leg up, place the foam roller just beside the knee, not on the knee, and you're gonna roll it towards the hip and back out. Let's try that setup. So I'm laying on my stomach. The foam roller is in line with me. I'm just using the big one now so you can see it more clearly. I'm placing my knee, my leg out on a 90-degree angle. That foam roller is just above my knee, And I'm going to put as much pressure into that as I can. And to do that, I'm coming up into a bit of a plank. I'm trying to increase the pressure here, rolling towards my hip, and then back out to the knee. Breathing, having a good time. Now this one I don't split into two halves. I do the whole section all as one, just slowly. If you find there's one specific part of your inner thigh muscles that is more tender, you can stick to that one section and just do a slight roll forwards and back over it. How long should you do this for? Well, today we're doing about 30 seconds on each muscle or on each section. You could do it longer, but it's more of how long can you tolerate it for. You won't need that much work on it, so 30 seconds is a good amount. Let's take a break, we're gonna change sides. If you were getting a massage, you would feel that muscle release, then you would stop earlier. If you felt that release, that muscle relax. Other side, let's set it up. When you're ready, take your time. And let it go. And our last muscle we're going to do today are the calves. So rest your leg on top of that foam roller. This one kind of has part smooth, part rigid, so I'm going to go on the more rigid part. If it doesn't have that, it's still going to work just fine, don't worry. So a few options. You could roll up and down. You'll have to lift yourself up for that, so it's not my favorite. If you're not feeling the tricep work of lifting yourself up, you could place your other foot over top to increase the pressure, and point your foot and flex your foot. If you want more pressure still, you can do the point and flex, lift it up. You can leave the pressure over top, roll front and back. You can take your shoe off so you can point and flex more. Lots of options. Nice deep breaths. Shin splints, plantar fasciitis. This one, do this one. It's good stuff. So I have that foam roller in the middle of my shin right now. You could move it closer to the knee. See if there's any tension there. In my case, there's not. You could move it closer to the ankle. Point and flex there. But for me and for most people, it is right in the middle. That's where you'll find the most tension. Changing legs. So I would normally do my calf with a ball. The reason being it's just more accurate, it's more intense. So if you've never done it before, start with the foam roller, then try the ball afterwards. A tennis ball would work, trigger point ball would work. Nice deep breaths. Let it go. Slowly make your way up to standing. A little shake. Should feel nice and loose. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Feel free to message me with any questions about the foam rolling. Have a great evening. Let's sweep it low, sweep it up, give yourselves a hand. See you next time.